All right, welcome to this new episode about the last Swell we had in August last year. Uh, a bit late to the party for this video, but it's better late than never, like we say. Gonna run through a few clips from the waves I got that day. It was in August, and I think I got about like 10 waves. I was teaming up with my brother, and yeah, it was a good day for me. I didn't get hurt. I got some incredible rides, and let's go check it out.
Surely goodness and love will follow all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Niggas in my faction don't like asking questions. Strictly gun testing, coke measuring, giving pleasure in the Benzito, hitting fannies, spending chips at Manny's. Hope you creeps got receipts. My peeps get dirty like cleats. Run up in your crib, wrap you in your polo sheets. 6 up in your wig piece, nigga deceased. Why? May you rest in peace with my sycamore style. More sicker than yours. 4-4 and 54 drawers. As my pilot stares my lair. Yes, my dear, shit's official. Only the feds I fear. Here's a tissue. Stop your blood clot crying. The kids, the dog, everybody dying. No lying. So don't you get suspicious. I'm big, dangerous, you're just a little vicious. As I lead my competition, respirator style. Climb the ladder to success, escalator style. Hold y'all, breath I told y'all. Death controls y'all, big don't fold y'all. I spit phrases that'll thrill you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. You're nobody till somebody kills you. Nobody till somebody kills you.
I knew that day was gonna be big, and I called my brother the day before, team up together to get some good waves. I knew with the direction of the swell that it was gonna be bigger than what the forecast said. When the waves are big, especially at that size, it's super rare. You know, in your lifetime, you're not gonna get these waves many times. So, for me, it's a blessing to have a day like that during the season. You know, so I make sure that when the waves show up, I surf as much as I can. Some people they just like to go catch one wave because they're so scared. They're like fearing out there. But for me, it's different. I'm more scared to paddle when it's like 8, 10, 12 foot, you know, because you're using your arms. You don't have a life jacket, you know. On those big days, you have a jet ski towing you, like so many jet skis, making sure you're not gonna drown, you know. There's a lot of security, so I just like to go and catch as many waves as I can. There's already like 2 or 3 teams out there, so I just went for a few little waves, warm-up waves. So yeah, as you can see, I think that was my first wave, a nice little 10 to 12 foot wave, and just to feel my feet on the board again. Actually, that was a pretty fun ride because I was super deep in the barrel on that first wave, and I don't know if you can see, but the back spit was super hard on that one. I barely could see anything, but somehow I rode over the fumble and made it. You know, it's always good to start the day on a good note and not fall on your first ride. Yeah, on this, I think I got like 4 little waves before I actually waited for a good wave. I just wanted to wait for everyone to catch their wave. I think I remember Nike was out before me, and he got that really big wave in the morning. So once he got that wave, I was like, okay, now I'm gonna wait for a big wave too, because you know, I don't want to take every wave. You gotta let your friends surf too. I was on the outside with my brother, and then I saw this kind of like west wave coming, and I decided to go. Actually, there was a first wave right before this wave. It was my friend Alvino. Alvino is a firefighter from town now, and he tried to go on the first wave. It was a pretty solid wave, but somehow he like didn't get in the wave, and he had to kick out, and his wave created like a backwash on my wave. So I knew the second wave was bigger, and probably one of the biggest wave of the day, so there's no way I was gonna let this wave go. So I started to let go the rope. I was going down the line and I could see this huge backwash coming at me. And you don't want to fall at the start of the wave, because if you fall before the wave breaks, you're gonna end up in a position like Niccolò Porcella, in 10 years ago in 2015 when I was like 17 years old. I remember I was like driving for Coco Nogales, and this Italian guy, Niccolò Porcella, got that super famous wipeout where he's at the top of the wave going over the fall. And that's why for me it's super important to be like super focused when you let go the rope, because for me the safest place on the wave is in the barrel, and if you fall before you pull in, I think it's the worst, because you end up in like the lip and you go straight to the reef. So when I saw those backwash, I just focused to not fall. Then after, I just remember I did the bottom turn, and then when I look up, the wave was so big. I was like, oh my God, it looks like a west closeout. And yeah, that wave was actually a closeout. And once you're in the wave, you don't have a choice. You have to keep going. And I remember I was in the barrel, and it was kind of like a white wave. There was a lot of whitewash from the wave before, and I remember seeing all the boats above my head boosting to pass the wave. And then once I passed the last jet ski, at the end of the channel, I was still in the wave. I couldn't kick out, so I just tried to doggy door that 15-foot wave, and as I was trying to go straight, the backwash hit the back of my leg, and I got ejected from the board. But I came out of the barrel. But the sketchy part about Teahupoo is to kick out of the barrel. Yeah, it was a crazy wave. And funny story after that, so I fell on the wave and somehow I don't hit the bottom. I got super pounded. I took a first breath, went back in the water for a few seconds, and then I remember I popped out of the water, and my friend Arimona David with his partner Kieran, they were doing water safety that day. They came and picked me up right after my wipeout. I'm super grateful for them to be there for me at that moment. And I remember I grabbed the sled. I was in the back of the ski, and the second wave broke on my legs while I was on the sled, and we just got ejected from the sled. Me and the guy Kieran from Papra, he does water safety, and we both got ejected. Somehow my friend Arimona that was driving the ski made it out of the back of the whitewash, saved his ski, but so we got worked on that wave. So that was the second wave I was in the water for, and then I think there was a third and a fourth wave, but luckily we got pushed in the lagoon, and yeah, I couldn't believe I was safe. On the first wave I probably got one of the biggest wipeout of my life. Made it out of the barrel but couldn't kick out of the wave, and then second wave I almost got pounded with the jet ski, but it's okay, like everything was fine. Of all the waves I got that day, I think this one was the more, how can I say, unique one, because I was so deep in the barrel, and the view I had from that barrel was like a long tunnel, like almost like a closeout, but somehow I made it out of the barrel, And I really like this drone clip of that wave, because you can see how fast I was going through the barrel, and especially at the exit with the speed, it just gave me that extra speed, and it's such a sick feeling when you're flying on your towboard coming out of a barrel, and yeah, that was such a special moment to have like all these people in the channel. And I remember why I got so deep on that wave was because I felt like that day I wasn't riding the wave like the way I wanted to. When I woke up that morning, I wanted to get a really big wave, but as deep as I possibly could get, So on that wave, I remember when he told me, I pretty much let go the rope in the middle of all the other jet skis, like way back, like where you're not even supposed to let go the rope, because I wanted to try something, a new line, and I could see that this wave wasn't really big, but it was super south with a long wall. So I just decided to let go the rope super early. And as I was going down the wave, I saw that the wall was stretching out. So I had to do like 2 huge pumps before I got in the wave. So I let go the rope, did 2 pumps. There was a step forming, so I tried to go down the wave, because if you stay too long on top of the wave, you're gonna do a floater. So at the perfect moment, I think I dropped in the wave, almost fell, because I remember I was watching in front of me what the wave was doing, and then suddenly I was looking at my feet on the ground, and then I look up and I was like, oh, okay, I'm at the bottom of the wave. So I kept pumping, because I was like, oh, there's no way you're gonna make out of this barrel if you're not pumping. And then I got in the barrel, and the wave spat super hard, and I just focused to stay low and keep my legs strong. And I knew I was gonna come out. I saw the exit super far, but I was like, oh, if you go straight, you're gonna come out. Just believe on your line. And then yeah, I came out, and that was super sick. And I think out of all the waves I got that day, was my favorite one. After that wave, I think it was like 4 in the afternoon, I went back out and I got like another sick wave. This time it was like the opposite of the ride before. I think on that wave I just rode it for fun, I think, because I knew I was kind of like out of the barrel, so I tried to do a little fade and did a deep bottom turn. That's usually not what you want to do when you tow at chopes, because there's so much water sucking up the face that you don't want to do a deep bottom turn, otherwise you're gonna like go with the lip, And yeah, there was a few seconds out there where I felt like I was getting lifted by the wave, but somehow the wave let me like get out of the wave super easily. That was just a fun ride. When the wave gets bigger, like that size, it's super rare, so I make sure I surf all day. It's not, for me, when there's a tow swell, it's not like a stressful day for me. It's a day where I'm gonna do my favorite thing in the world, and I'm just gonna enjoy every ride. I'm very grateful for Dylan too, of course. That always makes me the best board, paddling and towing. I was using that board that day. It's a magic weapon. I have like 6 tow board, and they're all magic, but yeah, I gotta say that this one is, at the moment, my favorite one. It's a board that he gave me when I went to surf Shipstern. I got some crazy wave at Shipstern, and I'm working on a movie with a friend, Thomas, from Europe, and the movie should come out in September. So I cannot show you the waves I got at Shipstern on that board, but at least I can show you the waves I got at Chopes with that board. So yeah, very grateful for Dylan. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for watching this episode about towing in Teahupoo. I hope you guys took some notes. Nah, just joking. And if you want to come to Tahiti, and especially Teahupoo, and experience what we live and what we get to surf every day, just come to the Bahia Surf House. Thanks guys.